Every town has a story. Some are evident in old brick and mortar, others in the adventure on their doorstep. Today, while traveling a bit off the beaten path, I've discovered one quiet hamlet whose story can be told through both. About 20 miles south of I-70 on Highway 24 in the heart of Colorado, travelers come to a town that is full of character, history, and beauty: Leadville. With a population just north of 2,500, Leadville has many secrets to discover, some as old as Western culture, others as new as each day's dawn.
This is a very historic city, and this is part of a National Historic District, Leadville, Colorado. We're surrounded by mountains, and we're in this very high mountain valley. In fact, we are the highest incorporated city in North America.
Leadville's history began in 1859 when gold was discovered in the area. Heavy black sand made the mining incredibly difficult, and when it was discovered to be lead mineral that was causing all the problems, the town was given its name. Now it is known for its beauty and potential for exploration more than its wealth of precious metals.
There's a world of things to do in the summer and in the winter, but right now we're in the summer, so if people want to hike, hiking trails galore all over the mountains. If they want to bicycle, the same is true of bicycling. There are ATV rentals, there are side-by-side rentals to go up on the Jeep roads and trails up on the east side. But we have 8 museums, and each one of them is unique and interesting, and so families can spend some time doing that. We have Turquoise Lake and Twin Lakes, gorgeous lakes right up against the mountains.
I'd heard some interesting stories about the Twin Lakes area just a few miles south of Leadville, so that was where I headed off to next. And believe me, it was worth it. I mean, just the visuals alone are enough to blow your mind, but there are more here than just vistas. I met Lexi and Jim McMillan, who run the boat tour out of Twin Lakes, and this was a very unique experience. There are no docks or loading ramps on the lake, and so you just kind of pull up to the shore and jump out. Lexi and Jim know a lot about the history up here, and some of the secrets as well, both natural and man-made.
This is what the glacier would have looked like coming out of that valley up there. It's almost as high as the mountain peaks.
The most intriguing thing for me, though, was Inter-laken, the remnants of an old resort town that sit on the shores of the lake, all but abandoned. No road leads to this destination, and you can only get here by boat or an extensive hike. It was built by the Dexter family and for a time was a bustling part of the mining atmosphere here. Today, it's quite different.
There's a lot of mysteries about the place, a lot of things we don't know and can't seem to find out about it. And it seems like the more we try to learn about Inter-laken and its history, the more mysteries that pop up. It's kind of like what we call a ghost resort because it's not being used, but it is on a trail. A lot of people get to it by trail, and you can also get to it by boat, but you can't drive to it.
Lexi took me for a tour of this quiet and eerie locale on the shores of the Twin Lakes. Historic markers have been placed by the Forest Service, telling what little is known of Inter-laken and what went on here.
This cabin was in use. The rest of the resort got too expensive to maintain, so it just kind of fell into disrepair. We came in here one day, and there was all this junk piled up, plywood and lumber and all that kind of thing, and we started taking it up just to see what was here. And we found this little wagon. Probably who knows how long that's been here.
Walking along the shores of such a pristine place while entering ghostly buildings that whispered their own history, I was hit with how strange this experience was. Museums offer glimpses at what life was like, but here I could feel what it was like, how people recreated 100 years ago and what they would look for in a relaxing getaway. And it isn't terribly different from what we want in a vacation today. The lake is a great place for boating of all types, though I wouldn't recommend getting in the cold water for any length of time. It's tranquil and quiet, offering a more peaceful journey through the outdoors. Towns tell their own stories in different ways, some through buildings left to rot over time, others through their natural features and inviting atmosphere. Leadville has a story to tell, and it's worth hearing if you just set out with open ears and a thirst for adventure.
We're not a pretentious town as some mountain resorts are. We're very low-key, and also we're much less expensive. Most of our days are like this. They're sunny, they're bright, and we get very little wind here because we're in a protected valley. So even summer or winter, this place is almost perfect for recreation.
If you want to hear a story, you know where to go. For At Your Leisure, I'm Stephen Hume. Hey guys, if you like that video, you're gonna wanna watch all of our other AYL videos. You're gonna wanna like it, you're gonna wanna share it, and you're gonna wanna subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're gonna wanna do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why are you gonna sell me out like that, Stephen?
So you wanna click all of these things and subscribe to our channel, because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.